In our quest to complete this Dansco Lincoln Penny album, we've hunted 180 boxes and have slotted 200 of the 234 cents. It's been a while since we've slotted any cents hunting the boxes, so I thought today we'd hunt a bag of pennies. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, we've got a bank bag full of pennies. Now this is from Georgia. I do want to thank Southern Metal for sending me this bag to hunt. He picked up a $50 bank bag from his credit union and said sometimes he has good finds and sometimes they're like anything else. You just got to keep hunting. That being said, this is going to be episode number 98, and because it's 2 boxes worth, it'll be box 181 and 182, although it's in a bag. I do want to make mention that if you could check out Southern Metal's channel, that would be very appreciated. He's not only a moderator and a friend, he's also got good content. Now, you guys know the mission. It's been a while since we've slotted a cent, and that is the mission today. See if we can get something to slot in this book. If you'd like to start the playlist from the beginning, I have that playlist link both down below in the video description as well as pinned up here. Now, there is no fancy opening of this. I'm just going to cut the top and start the hunt. We're not going to keep track of the roll number. I'm just going to go ahead and start grabbing out handfuls and searching them. And as I have finds, I'll bring you in. Hopefully there's wheat cents in there and hopefully something for the book. I'll be back if and when I have a first find. We're only a few handfuls into this bag, but we're going to have our first wheat cent. Saw it peeking out from the bottom. The first one is a 1944 Philadelphia. Just grabbed another handful out of the bag and already spied another wheat cent. It's going to be our second of the hunt. And that one's going to be a 1940 Philly. I will say also, I am noticing there's a lot more Philadelphia minted coins in here than I usually see. But I guess being from Georgia, maybe some of the snowbirds went down there from the Northeast. Either way, it's a good sign because maybe we'll find a variety along with some wheat cents. Oh, and we've got a Canadian 1974 as well. Another handful and another wheat cent peeking out. Wheat cent number 3 is a 1946 Philadelphia. Hunting through another handful, and I've got a 2009 Philadelphia formative years Lincoln cent under the scope. And at first I was hoping it was the 801, even though I have that one with the extra finger at the thumb point here. But in comparing it, it's a little more elongated than that. And there's some doubling here at the webbing of the thumb as well. So I know for sure it's going to be the 51. I don't think I have the 51, so it'd be nice to categorize it with my 09 varieties. But I said earlier on, we may find a variety in this hunt. And early on, we've already got a DDR 051 that I can add to my collection. It's not in the best shape, but I definitely always check them for the many different DDRs or extra finger DDRs that there are in the 09 formative years cent. We got a DDR to kick us off. Lots more of the bag to go. 3 wheat cents on the board. Wheat cents 4 and 5 are right next to each other, one reverse facing. So wheat cent number 4 is a 1941, so we will check it for any of the 3 DDOs you can find. And it doesn't look like this one is going to be one, but we'll take that one. And then wheat cent number 5 was obverse facing, a 53S. Wheat cent number 6, a 1942 Philly. Wheat cent number 7 has some corrosion on it, but it's going to be a 1956 Denver. Let's just take a peek at that mint mark. Yep, 56 Denver. Wheat cent number 8 is going to be a 1945 Philadelphia. Got a nice little run here. 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, and 46. Wheat cent number 9 is going to be a 1941 yet again. So obviously we'll quickly check it for any of the DDOs. Not seeing it, but we're one away from double digits already. We're probably just about halfway done with the bag. Maybe just over or just under, but close enough. But I bring in because we have our 10th wheat cent of the hunt. That is number 10, and it's a 52S. Only the third from the 50s. Most have been in the 40s. Nothing in the 30s or earlier yet. Wheat cent number 11. A 1956 Denver again, which will scope. Just a little bit of damage there. Splashed out another handful, and I see the 12th wheat cent of the hunt. That's going to be another 1944 Philly. Wheat cent number 13 is going to be our oldest wheat cent of the hunt. Too bad it's just a 1930 Philly, which we already have, and it's in pretty rough shape, so probably not an upgrader. But I'm not going to complain. It's a 30s wheat cent, and we don't see them very often. Wheat cent number 14, a 58 Denver. Wheat cent number 15, a 53 Philly. Wheat cent number 16 could be old. Nope, that's going to be a 52 with some damage, I believe. A 52 with a filled 5. Little die chip in there, but nothing of significance. Still, we'll take it. Our 17th wheat cent of the hunt is going to be a 1953 Denver. Well, we're going to have our second variety. I've got a 1972 Philadelphia Lincoln Memorial cent under the scope. I'm just going to show it to you guys really quick. You can see to the left of in, you have doubling here and here. You have doubling here, here, here. And if we continue on with this cent, you can still see doubling in the W, the E, and of course a little bit more heavier on the TRUS, even a split serif down there. Now, it does have doubling on the 2, but it's a little bit damaged, as well as doubling, slight doubling on LIB. It's south, and there's a little bit of splitting in the middle. The coin's not in great shape. I've checked Variety Vista because there's a couple that are similar. The 3, 6, and 8, the 103, 106, and 108 are very similar to each other. But this one, because of the die markers that it doesn't exhibit and the doubling that I can see, this is going to be the FS 103. I had to narrow it down between the 108 and the 103, and I'm 99.9% sure that we have the FS 103 1972 DDO. Not one of the more valuable ones, but one that is recognized by PCGS. It's in decent shape, to tell you the truth. A little bit of gunk on it, but it looks pretty nice. Probably in a AU type condition. Not worth grading, but definitely one that I will put in a flip like the other DDR we got earlier on. Let me go ahead and flip that up, get back to the hunt, find more goodies. We have just found wheat cent number 18, and that's another 58 Denver. Wheat cent number 19 is going to be a 1949 Philadelphia. Now, if we just had a 47 and a 48, we'd have all of the Philadelphia wheat cents in the 40, save for the 43 steel cent. In my next handful, we got a miscellaneous, the good old washer cent. We're nearing the end of the bag, although there's quite a few cents still in there, probably about a half a box left, maybe. But I bring in because I just splashed out my best handful of the hunt. Now, I dropped them, I flattened them, and I saw a few wheat cents, so I kind of spread them around, and I see 3 different wheat cents. Can't get mad at that. The first one with some discoloration is a 1941 Denver. We'll take that one. The second one, nice patina to it. And take a look at that. 1916 Denver. That's a tougher date. I don't remember if we had that one. Let me put that one aside for 1 second, and I'm going to double check the book on that one. And then the third one, 1945. We've already got that one. Let me check the book on this 16D. I don't think we have it. Let me be right back. Well, I checked the book, and we definitely don't have a 16D in the book, and that is definitely a 16D. I will take that. We have ended the drought of consecutive boxes. I guess 31, it would be over 31 because we're more into a box into this bag of not slotting a cent. And it's not that bad for a 16D. We will take that one all day. Only 2 oldies in the box, but one's a 16D and one we needed. Now let's find some more. We have 22 on the board. Well, we're going to have another wheat cent for the album. Unbelievable. Take a look at this. I just slid these out of the way and I see a 1921. And before I even filmed it, I figured I'd look this time. And we don't have a 1921 or a 22 of any kind in the book. So that's going to be another slot filler. And that's a 21 Philadelphia. Wheat cent 23, a second album slotter, and only a handful of coins in between the finds. Let's keep looking. We've got more to find. Well, this is the last of them. Just dumped the rest of the bag out. That's about 2 or 3 handfuls worth. I haven't sorted through them yet. Let me see if we have any finds. And if I do have one, I'll be back. Otherwise, I'll be back with a wrap up. Well, we finished that 1 bag, 2 box hunt from Southern Metals Credit Union. Definitely a good bag. A total of 23 wheat cents on the board. So we averaged 11.5 per box if we were doing boxes. Also, we got a couple of varieties. 2009 Formative Years DDR 051 and a 1972P DDO FS 103. I'll tell you, it's nice getting a couple of varieties, but with the sheer amount of Philadelphia coins I searched and looked at under the scope, I really thought I was going to find a wide AM or something else at some point, but I'll take the 2 we got. The 3 best wheat cent finds of the hunt: a 16D, which we needed, a 21P, which we needed, and a 1930P, which I'll take. We also got that washer in the bag, and I wonder if that counted as a penny when they put it in there from the credit union. A whole bunch of coins in the 40s and 50s, although mostly 40s heavy, and again, other than the 1930P, nothing really to speak of in the 30s. As far as the Canadians, we did get 5. We also got 5 1959s. It's just a transition year cent that I do collect, not just for its copper content, but just because it's a transition year. And then 2 69S's, no DDOs, of course. As far as copper, it was pretty good. 4 pounds, 8 ounces in that 1 bag or 2 box hunt. So definitely above average or about par with some of the Northeast boxes I get. Now we get the fun task of comparing the finds to the book. We know we have a couple of additions. Will we have any other upgrades as well? Let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back with a look at the book and some final thoughts on the hunt. All right, we have compared the finds to the album, and we actually have a couple of upgrades. We actually upgraded the 41D and the 45P, and I'll show you them. The 45P, while it's brown, has great detail, so definitely upgraded the one that was more slick. And then the 41D, even though it has a little bit of gunk in the low parts of the design, the 41D that we had in there was slick and cleaned. On top of that, we have a couple of additions. The 1921 Philadelphia, that'll fill that spot right there. And the 1916 Denver, that'll fill that spot right there. And yes, that's a little crooked. Let me fix it and come right back. All right, 2 more spots filled, 2 more upgrades. Now, after 182 boxes hunted, we have slotted 202 of the 234 cents, of course, because the 16D and the 21P were found in this hunt. I do want to take a second to thank Southern Metal very much again for the trade. Man, brother, that was a good bag. I'll take more like that if you're offering. All kidding aside, hopefully you guys enjoyed this 1 bag / 2 box hunt. I know I did. 2 upgrades, 2 additions, 2 varieties, and 23 wheat cents for the collection. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.